Thank you very much, Peter. Good morning to everybody. Hopefully you can hear me. Thank you very much for joining to this session and to Microfocus for the opportunity to tell our story. My name is Dmitry Ryshkov. I am the Senior Information Security Analyst of National Power Company Ukrenergo. Today I will tell you about our objectives, challenges, our successes, and how ArcSight helps us to gain our goals. So the simple intro. We are actually represent the National Power Company Ukrenergo, which is one and only company responsible for power transportation throughout the Ukraine. We control a big number of substations and major power lines, and this is what actually makes us a critical infrastructure company. So a lot of attacks have been occurred in our country in the last 5 years. One of them is actually black energy that Peter mentioned before. Industrial that attacked one of our substations. WannaCry petty ransomwares that really collapsed the work of huge number of companies and government institutions, especially petty, and at some point also affected us. And gray energy that attacked energy sector of Ukraine and Poland. The influence of these attacks led us to necessity of looking at a solution to protect ourselves from the future attacks. So we find our solution in building a on-premise SOC. So the actual objectives of being a SIEM. Everybody usually starts from here, definitely. So did us. After getting a SIEM, after the installation, primary integration, and some kind of entry-level learning, this is where our job started. So the main objective of ours, first of all, learn the ArcSight capabilities, learn the functionality, understand all components in console, and what benefits ArcSight can give us. So first thing first, it's learn your infrastructure and how your IT systems work. You need to assess your system and network facilities, their behavior, what kind of logs do they store, how critical they are, what kind of users do you have. Also, having the vulnerability scanner, you'll have the real understanding how vulnerable you are. You can assess risks, and further, having a SIEM, you'll have an opportunity to monitor your critical assets. Also, establish communication with your IT infrastructure people. In most of the cases, people that work on IT are not the same as security operators. They usually have different tasks. You really need to establish a close contact. Your system and network administrators, your service desk have to understand what is your strategy, how you can help each other, and what are the benefits of working together. Also, your management or CIO really need to be involved in all of these processes. What is actually also very important for us is to understand that documentation and community are really our friends. And then community really might have the same questions as you, and they could have already found a solution for themselves. ESM has a high entry threshold, and you probably will need a little bit more time on learning on functionalities, but then you will find out how flexible it is and how many capabilities it has and what opportunities it gives you. But main thing in first steps, when you're just starting, concentrate on understanding the actual SIEM console. Other really important thing is vulnerability management that I mentioned before. This is one of the main things in every SOC. You got to scan your internal and external resources, make reports, mitigate vulnerable sides of your infrastructure. Also, what is really useful, push your scan logs to your SIEM, and you will see all important info from the one single console. So you'll be able to create more new use cases according to gathered information. So what we really wanted to do next is connect even more event sources. So always use documentation, the community, advices of specialists with more info about systems that you connected. And just constant learn and discover of any useful information that you can. This is the most important thing. We provided ourselves even more visibility. This is the main thing that you gotta remember in your SOC. Visibility is really matters. We provide ourselves even more alerts, and of course, the SIEM system became our incident response weapon.